Students, in this class we are going to discuss about the systems. So last class we have discussed about signals, classification of signal as a continuous time and discrete time, and we solved some problem how to represent a signal in mathematical form and how to represent the signal in graphical representation. Now here we are going to deal with the systems. And first thing, we need to know what is a system. So, system can be defined as a device or a process or an algorithm that manipulate one or more signals to accomplish a function, thereby yielding output signals. Okay, so you have studied about amplifier, right? What is the functionality of the amplifier? If a low voltage, that is input is given at the input side, you would get an amplified output. Okay, so this is the functionality of the amplifier. So here you will get the output y of t. So this amplifier act as a system because it process on the input signal and it amplify the input signal and it will produce the output signal. So this amplifier can be considered as a system. Another example for this amplifier system is the rectifier. You can also consider a rectifier as a system. Okay, so this rectifier produces a pulsating DC output signal from an AC input signal. Here we are not going to deal with current and the voltage. Here what we are going to deal with, here we are going to concentrate on the input signals, whether it is a continuous time signals or a discrete time signal, and we need to find out the output of a system. So here in signals and system concept, the system is represented by an impulse response h of t. The functionality, what functionality it's doing, that is represented by the impulse response h of t. So if an input is x of t and output is y of t, so based on this functionality, it will produce the output. And another thing you need to know is, here consider a system, it deals with the continuous time signal, so it is said to be a CT system. Okay, if the input to the system is x of n, okay, then the system is said to be a discrete system, and the output will be y of a discrete time system. So system can be classified as a continuous time and discrete time based on the input. If the input is continuous time, it is continuous time signal. If the input is discrete time, then it is a discrete time signal. Now we will see one problem. A signal x of n is equal to 1, 2, minus 3, and this is the value at the origin 4 and 0 is applied to a DT system which produces the output y of n is equal to 2x of n plus 3. Draw the DT system with its corresponding input and output signal. So what is given? A system is given. This is a DT system because the input to the system is x of n, which is 1, 2, minus 3, 4 and 0, and this is the value at the origin. Now we need to produce the output y of n. Okay, so we need to write the output as sequence. Okay, so in that case we need to know what is the functionality of a discrete time system. So the functionality of the discrete time system is nothing but, here they have given a relation 2x of n plus 3. So which means that whatever the input you are giving at the input of the DT system, it multiply the input by 2 and add by 3. So this is the functionality of the discrete time system. So here now this is nothing but the relation between the input and the output. If input x of n is given, what is the functionality we will obtain? That is the output y of n. Now when you apply the values to this system, what you will get? Consider the first value. This is the value at the minus 2 index, right? So this is 0 and this is minus 1, minus 2, 1 and 2. So this is the value at the this is the index value. So when you give that is x of 1 is 1, what you will get? 2 plus 3, 2 plus 3 is 5. Similarly, another input is 2, 2 into 2, 4, 4 plus 3 is 7. Similarly, we need to obtain for all values and you will get the value as 5, 7, minus 3, 11 and 0. Okay, so this is the sorry. So this is the value you will get at the output. Now we need to plot it. Okay, in order to plot it, so what you have to do is, first this is the origin value 1 2 minus 1 minus 2. So what is the origin value? The origin value is minus 3, so it is minus 3. So next one is at 1 it is 4, so this consider this is 2 and this is 4, so this is the value at the 1, and 2 value is 0, and minus 1 the value is 2. Okay, and minus 2 the value is 1. Okay, so this is the graphical representation, and if you want to draw the output, so what you will get is, this is y of n, this is same thing 1 2 minus 1 minus 2, and we need to draw the value. Now at this is the value at the origin, so now at the origin you will have minus 3, and at 1 you will have 11. Sorry, just without there is no space, so I am drawing like this. At 1 it is 11, at 2 it is 0, at minus 1 it is 7, at minus 2 it is 5. Okay, so here there is no need to mark the axis. Similarly here in this method also you can write it, draw this value, sorry, draw this straight line and mark the values. So in this form also you can able to represent it. So this is what the functionality of a system. Now in this problem, the system, what it did, it multiply the input with 2 and add the result with 3. Okay. Now see this problem here. A discrete time system is given whose inputs are 0 0 minus 1 1 and 2 comma 0 comma 0, and this is the value at the index, and here this is the output obtained from a system. You need to obtain the relation between the input and the output. Okay, now see, when 0 is given, what you are getting? 1. Here also when 0 is given, you are getting 1, which means that something is adding with the value. Okay, so I can assume that 1 is getting add up with it. Okay, now check for the next value. So minus 1 plus 1, which is 0. Then 1 again plus 1, you are getting 2. 2 plus 1, 3. 0 plus 1, 1, 0 plus 1, 0. So now you can tell the functionality, that is y of n is equal to x of n into x of n plus 1. So this is the relation between the input and the output sequence. Now consider this problem. Given x of t equal to 2t plus t square minus 4, we need to determine all these values of this x of t. What is the meaning here is, a signal is given which is in the form of 2t plus t square minus 4. I need to find out these values. So see the first problem. 1. What we need to find? We need to find x of 0. What is given? X of t is equal to 2t plus t square minus 4. If we want to find x of 0, instead of t, what you are having here is 0. So wherever t you are having, there substitute 0. So you will get the answer as minus 4. Similarly, see the second problem, x of minus 2. So here in the place of t you are having minus 2, so 2 into minus 2 plus minus 2 the whole square minus 4. So what you will get here? You will get minus 4 plus 4 minus 4, which is equal to minus 4. Similarly, we need to find for all the values. Here it is x of k. So wherever you are having t, that I need to replace by k, 2k plus k square minus 4. Similarly, fourth problem, x of t minus 2. Instead of t, I am going to have t minus 2 plus t minus 2 the whole square minus 4. So I need to expand this and I have to find out the value. So after simplifying this, just a multiplication, t square minus 4 minus 2t I am getting. Similarly, I am going to do it for a minus t plus 2. Wherever you are having t, there I am going to put minus 2 plus t, 2 plus 2, sorry, minus t plus 2 minus t plus 2 the whole square minus 4. So when you need to simplify this, So after simplification, you are getting this result t square minus 60 plus 4. Next, finally the last one, x of L plus k. So here instead of t, I am going to substitute L plus k plus L plus k the whole square minus 4. So when I simplify this, what I will get is 2L plus 2k plus L square plus k square plus 2lk minus 4. So this is what the answer I am getting. So now we will see some of the simple operation we can perform on two or more signals. So considered as signal x1 of t and x2 of t you are having, and I need to perform addition in this two signals. So what I will get is x1 of t plus x2 of t. So this is what your resultant, the output is your resultant y of t. So y of t is equal to x1 of t plus x2 of t. Example for where we will see this real time examples is in audio mixer. Okay, in audio mixer what we will do is we will combine our music and our voice signal, so it will produce an output. So this is an example for an audio mixer. Okay, and also similarly this is applicable for also discrete time signal. This y of n can be represented as y of n is equal to x1 of plus n plus x2 of n. Now considered, I will explain how to add two signal. Consider x1 of n is equal to 1 2 3 4, and this is the value at the origin, and x2 of n is equal to 1 2 4 5 6, and this is the value at the origin. Now I need to add two signal. So the first thing is what is the concept is the only the index value can be added. Now consider this is what the two signal I am having, x1 of n plus x2 of n. So when I add these two signal, what I will get it, first I need to know its graphical representation. So this is what the graph, this is the value at the origin. So I have plot 1 2 0 3 4. Similarly this is the value at the origin. So 2 1 4 5 6. When I need to add signal, I need to add the value as its corresponding indices. So what I will get is I will get y1 of n. So here the minimum index is -2. So -2, here it is 1, here there is no value, so it is 1. Then I am going to find out for -1, 1 and plus 2, it is 3. Okay, next at 0 only 2 is there. So next at 1, here you are having 4, here you are having 3, so it is 7. Then at 3, here you are having 6 value, here there is no value, so it is 6. So like that you need to add two signals. So this is what your resultant y of n, and this is what your in time axis n. Similarly, you can perform subtraction. In subtraction, here I have done x1 of n minus x2 of n. So this one x1 of n, x2 of n. So 1 minus 0, it is 1. Okay, then 2 minus 1, it is 1. Then here it is 0. So 0 minus 2, it is -2. So somewhat here. Then here it is 3 minus 4, it is -1. And here 4 minus 5, it is -1. Then here 0 minus 6, it is somewhat here as -6. Okay, so this is what your output y1 of n. Here is the index n. Similarly you can perform any operation, and also you can perform multiplication operations also. Okay, now we will see some examples in this. Now consider these two continuous time signal, x1 of t and this one is x2 of t. So you know that is -1 to 0, the value is -2. Then 2 to 1, 0 to 1, the value is 2. 1 to 2, the value is -1. Similarly here you are having for some range, and what you need to do is we need to add these two signal. Now we know that if you need to add two signal, we need to add the value at the indexes. So this is what your y of t y and this is what your t. So first consider here the minimum range is -1, index is -1, so -1 -1. So in this -1 to 0, here you are having constant -2, right? In this -1 to 0, here you are having constant -1. So when you add -2 -1, so what you will get is you will get -3. So here I am having the signal like this. So I have added these two concepts. In the discrete case, we will add only value at that corresponding instant. Now here you are having all values at all values of t in continuous time signal. Okay, now consider 0 to 1. So in this case, what you need to consider is in continuous time signal, we need to find out the range. So -1 to 0, 0 to 1. See, 0 to 1, here it is 1, here it is 2. So what you will get? You will get 3. Okay, so you will get 3. So the next one is here at 1 to 2, here you are having -1, at 1 to 2 you are having +1, so it is 0. So here there is no values here. Okay, suppose here I am having my one, I need to draw an dotted line like this. Okay, to join this, here I have joined dotted line because here there is no value here, so here the resultant is this one. Okay, similarly you can also draw for multiplication and subtraction. Now I will show how to multiply these two signals. Now the same one, consider y of t is equal to x1 of t into x2 of t. The same index I need to take -1 0 1 2. Here in this -1 to 0, the value is -2, here it is -1, so -2 into -1 +2, so here you will have +2. Okay, now 0 to 1, here it is 2, here it is 1, so it is 2. Then 1 to 2, here it is -1, here it is 1, so it is -1. So 1 to 2, here you will have somewhat -1, so -1, so you need to join like this. So this is what the resultant output for x1 of t into x2 of t. Now students, you try this tutorial problem and we will discuss the answer in the next class. Thank you.